y'all. Welcome back to Hot Topic. I'm your host, Habiba Yassin, and this is
Kesey Wilson.
Our discussion today will be about frenemies, and Kesey is going to give her thoughts on that first. So let's see what she has to say today. Okay?
Frenemies are very dangerous, in my opinion, because, you know, when you deal with a person that's close to you, you don't really know their intentions. People act like they have good intentions towards you, and they really hoping for your downfall. You know, I've had several issues with people that I've been close to because I've been more close to my friends growing up in these years than my parents or my family. And I've put more into people thinking that, you know, my friends, we call each other sis or bro or whatever. Y'all might call y'all closest people that's to y'all. But at the end of the day, some of them people, you got to weed them out. Because I've been through some grimy things with people that was close to me.
Me too. And at this point, the griminess, the fakeness is just out of line. These people have no morals, no character, no anything about themselves. And then they smiling in your face like, I'm your friend, I love you, telling you I love you, and telling you that, you know, all these different false analogies that they done made up in their mind that this is what friendship is. And then they turn around and stab you in your back like it's nothing. And I can talk about like certain personal situations that happened to me as far as being a business owner. See, I've been in business since 2005, so I've dealt with at least hundreds of people. And I think the thing is, when you show people too much love too fast, they don't appreciate it. So, and a lot of people not used to being shown real love by a genuine person. And when they get real love, they don't even know how to appreciate it because they're just not used to it. So they just on that whole grimy, I'm going to get over on this person, I'm going to use this person. They take your kindness for weakness, because that goes back to the empath and the narcissist conversation that we had on our last show. Like, people, the narcissist is the friend that's the frenemy, and then the empath is the friend that's the genuine friend that gets hurt all the time because we put so much in and we're not getting the same. It's not being reciprocated, and that's when you can start seeing little signs that they frenemies, because the reciprocation is never the same ever.
I lost so many friends due to some bullshit. Like, just to be honest, like, I was friends with somebody who actually faked like they had cancer. Like, to deal with an issue like that is really traumatic, especially when you lose family members to cancer. Like, to even find out that a person would slither that low to try to get funds or get money out of the church, out of my family, out of me, sympathy and all that, when there are real people out here dying from that, and my mom is in remission from that. Like, it really traumatized me in a major way and made me look at people crazy. Like, you would never know what these people are trying to bring into your life, and just to take stuff from you, just to take your energy, just to take your money, just because they, you know, I've lost friends behind the fact that I won't give them money. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, we all grown, and you keep dipping in my pocket, you not bringing no money back. You want to borrow, but as smooth as I give it to you, you don't give it back smooth. But then, you know, when you can't do for somebody, then they want to make you feel bad. And I don't like that either. You know, I've had people that I've been close to that made comments about my relationship. Like, oh, I put my friends before my fiance. Or I put my fiance before my friends. Let me get it right. That's what it was, which I thought was weird. And the only reason why I think that's weird is because of the fact of, to be honest with you, that is my best friend. That's the friend that I had when I had nobody. And it's really crazy for any woman or any man on this earth to think that I'm going to ever put them before him, because we've been through so much through our childhood, and had it not been for him, I wouldn't even be the person that I am today. And I would never really truly make him feel insignificant to a person that's not even real, you know. And I feel like when it comes to frenemies, it's the loyalty for me. Like, if you a disloyal person, that's what really turns me off, because I am a loyal person. Being an Aquarius, my loyalty is too long and too strong. And it really hurts you when you put your all into these relationships and friendships to realize that the people around you are snaking you. They wishing for your downfall. They got that crab in the barrel mentality, and they don't want to see nobody get ahead. They don't want to see you get ahead for real, but they calling you sis and calling you bro. But in real life, they behind secretly talking junk and, you know, slandering your name, things like that. I've been through it all. And through all these years in friendships, good, bad, ugly. But at this point, I realize that I'd rather just stay with my family union, because I know that that's who the loyalty really come from. Them outsiders come and go, but we gonna have to stick together regardless.
That's right, frenemies. I'm gonna stick with my family too, and that's what I've realized, that there's loyalty in your family. It might not be the family that you was raised with, your brothers and sisters and all of them. There's loyalty there, but the family that you created on your own, that's more loyalty. With your children and your spouse, I feel like it balances everything, so you don't really need to have too many extra people in your circle anyway, because it's too much to it. Because I don't want to be a sponge. I don't want to absorb everything that everybody else got going on, and I tend to find people that leech off of me. I need people around me that I can learn from sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It's always, they say if you're the smartest person, or you always somewhere teaching everybody in the room, then you in the wrong room.
Facts.
You need to be in a room where you can learn from some other people.
Facts.
So, I mean, in reality, genuine people aren't frenemies, because they have your best interest in heart along with their best interest. And I've found some quality people that aren't frenemies, man. So I feel like I'm very observant now. I'm very discerned when I choose people to even be around me in my pathway, or even have access to my energy, because I don't want any energy drainers around me. I don't want somebody that's gonna suck all the good up out of me. I need somebody, you always pouring and pouring and pouring. You need people to pour into you sometimes. I do want to be a blessing in the gap to people and pouring those holes where I can be a bridge to other people. But I don't want to always be the one giving and giving and giving. And I feel like that's how you create frenemies, because you always giving and giving and giving, and nobody. I keep going back to the reciprocation and the friendship part. You have to be reciprocated in those things. I don't want to be the one every time we go out to eat at a restaurant and we go and have a $500 bill that I'm the only person that'll pay the bill. You know what I'm saying? Not that I'm looking for somebody to pay the bill, but I'm just that type of friend. If we go out to eat and it's a $500 bill, I'll pay the bill, because I'm with my people. You know what I'm saying? I know I like to have a good time. That's the type of lifestyle that I live. And then it's other people, and then you go out to eat with them, they go, it's separate. Everything's separate. No, what? That's not how I was raised. You know what I'm saying? So and that makes me see things about people that let me know that you're not really a genuine person. Not if the bill, it don't even have to be a $5, it could be a $10 bill. I just see the what's the word that I'm looking for? It's, again, reciprocation. It don't be there a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's certain people, that's why I say I only want to deal with quality people. In frenemies, 42-year-old me, ain't no frenemies. I done had all the bad experiences. I done had my character assassinated. I done had my name drugged through the ground. I done had so much dirt, rumors, all this stupid stuff that goes on, especially when you live in a small town. We live in a small town, and people in this area where I'm from, you can't, whatever you done in high school, they still judging you about it at 40. Like, y'all ain't got nothing else to do. Y'all sitting around bored with nothing to do, no life, 100 baby daddies, ain't making no money, and always somewhere commenting on somebody. Get your life up. Do what you're supposed to do so you can be great. Because at the end of the day, what you say or what you eat at your table don't make me go to the bathroom, and what I eat at my table ain't gonna make you go to the bathroom. So it is what it is at this point in life. Welcome back to Hot Topic with your crazy host, Habibi Yassin and
Keisha Wilson, y'all already know.
Y'all already know. So we're back and we're going to be talking about motivation and inspiration. And I want to know, Keisha, what inspires you the most at this point in your life where you're on your success level? What inspires you the most to be successful? To continue to be successful, excuse me.
If I have to be honest, for a long time I was stagnant. You know, I was procrastinating and not meeting my full potential. And sometimes it does take drastic things to motivate you. And the drastic thing that motivated me was my father passing. So like when my father died, it made me realize that I wasn't living my life to my full potential and that I needed to use those talents that he taught me and also that I was taught in school to make sure that my family has generational wealth and we can carry on our legacy. It made me not want to just be normal. It made me want to go above and beyond to do the things that I do as far as with my businesses and as far as with going to college and everything at the same time. It just made me open my eyes and realize that I want to make my father proud. I want to make my family proud. I want my children to be proud. I want my grandkids to be living off their grandmother money, wealth. I want to create generational wealth in my family, and that's what really motivates me. What motivates me is leaving behind a legacy so that I'm not just a statistic. I want to be above and beyond.
Okay. Well, y'all want to know what motivated me?
Yes, what motivated you?
Okay, so I'm going to be a little transparent. And what motivated me in my life was when I was 26 years old, I was shot. And when I was shot, the bullet went through my body in like a zigzag motion and it missed my pelvic bone area and it came out of my leg a half an inch away from the main artery in my leg. And when I was in the hospital that night, and you know, it happened so fast, I didn't even know I was shot. All I felt was hot. It was like, oh my God, this was burning me. So, okay. And when I had to go to the hospital because they wanted to check me out or whatever, because I did have a little blood or whatever from the little flesh wound. And the doctor said, you're a miracle. I said, he said, the way that bullet went through your body, you're supposed to have your whole pelvic bone should have been shattered or whatever. So I was like, what? He said, you're a miracle person. So I said, when God gave me a chance then to keep my limbs and be able to walk and not be paralyzed and all of that, that motivated me to really do what I was supposed to do because I had just started my beauty salon at Black Diamond in 2006. Well, it was 2005, but it was in 2006 when I got shot. And I said, God still want me to stand up. He want me to do what I got to do. So that made me know that I had some sort of purpose. So over the years of me being a hairstylist or whatever, I found that, you know, there were many talented young men and women that really needed to, you know, become licensed professionals. So I was already a licensed cosmetologist, and I decided, you know, that I was going to either go work at a school and I was going to get my teaching license. So I kind of went and took my test, and when I took my test to become a teacher for cosmetology and barbering, I just took the test on the humble just to go see what was on the test. But according to God's will, it seemed like it was supposed to happen for me to be able to become a licensed teacher behind that. So when I became a licensed teacher, I tried to go and apply for jobs at different schools, and there was this lady, she bamboozled me. I had the job, and she told me, you know, come in this Tuesday or whatever, and then she called me back and said, don't come, she's going to call me. But I knew in our interview session that she said that if I didn't get the job, that I would get a letter in the mail stating that she didn't get the job, so I never got it, but she did tell me to come that Tuesday. So anyway,